Welcome to Coffee with Findity, the place where you can learn about the latest business trends straight from industry experts themselves. My name is Emil Andersson and I am the head of marketing here at Findity. Today, we're going to learn about how you keep up with employees as well as customers' increasing demands. Joining us is none other than the product manager for American Express in the UK, Mr. Samuel Hilliard.
Hi, Bill. How are you doing today?
Great, super nice to have you, Sam. And a brief introduction, everyone knows your title now, product manager at Amex. Can you tell us a little bit more? What do you do in a daily basis?
Yeah, my daily routine really is designing products and services for our commercial business customers. Conducting customer research, talking to customers, finding out what it is that they really want, looking at data analysis of our own customers, but also what's going on out in the marketplace as well, reviewing competitors and really formulating hypotheses to bring together effective products for our customers. Once we've done that, then we'll actually go into to producing these products and bringing them to market.
All right. Is there any specific area that you're focusing on, or is it all types of customers? Like, is it both private or business customers that you're focusing on, or?
Yeah, it's predominantly commercial customers. So sort of small to medium-sized enterprises is my specific focus. We have a number of products on the commercial side that focus on the corporate side of things as well, but my role specifically focuses on the small and medium-sized enterprises.
So that's perfect for you who's viewing that. Here you have a product manager who is specialized in these sized companies. So if you fit in the description from Sam, then this will be perfect for you, this episode, to learn more about how you make sure to meet those increasing demands. But before we jump into the nitty-gritty of today's chat, Sam, I have a question that I ask every single person who comes to this show, because I want to get to know you a bit better, and I want the viewers to get to know you a bit better. And you know the question, because I briefed you beforehand. And that is, of course, what if you're going to a deserted island, what are the three things that you would bring with you?
Yeah, it's a fun question. I wasn't sure from your brief whether the deserted island I was going to be on permanently or just for maybe a 2-week holiday. But if it was a 2-week holiday, then I think I'd take my children. I would take some fun swimming activities, floats, beach balls, and so forth, and then a good book. I think would be the three things that I would take there.
I like that. You turned it. You own the question. You turned it into your answer. I really appreciate that. It's a 2-week holiday in some place really warm. If you're based in the UK or in Sweden right now, it's probably not the warmest weather, so that could even sound great.
Well, exactly. We can all dream.
Yeah. So let's get into the nitty-gritty that all the viewers are here for. And I'm very curious because you are the product manager. So from your perspective, how do businesses make sure that the products and services that they provide to their employees actually enable their operations on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think small businesses spend a lot of time thinking about this and implementing solutions that can drive business efficiencies for them. And I think a lot of it is really listening to the employees themselves and understanding the key friction and pain points that they have within their daily operations. In doing that, you'll be able to identify where those frictions can be enhanced with a product or service that will really help them manage their time in a more succinct way. So we've seen for us at American Express that our customers are really looking for products that speed the reconciliation that they do on their American Express cards up. So of course that ties in very nicely to our business and what we're offering. And we've noticed that there is a dramatic increase in time saves that our customers are reporting, with sort of the digitization of tools like expense management tools, and also sort of API integrations that then link in to other services that they use and really speed the information flow up from going from A to B.
Hmm. Really making sure that the entire payment journey, if you will, in your situation, in your where you are really, that flows efficiently, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. It's about sort of getting rid of this, I guess the old school, very manual processes, and working out where that you can automate these processes, and bringing multiple providers together to support that sort of automation
Hmm.
is a huge benefit to our customers.
Okay. Thank you. And that kind of brings me to my next question. And obviously there is tons of tools out there and apps, and you mentioned integrations between systems, and a big enabler in all of this has been obviously the PSD2 directive, or the EU Payment Services Directive. Um, and since that came about, we've seen this incredible like flooding of both challenger banks and different fintech companies who really get into an established industry and market where you guys, for example, has been playing for a very long time previously. With that comes obviously the customer demand is changing. So my question is really like, how have you seen the customer demand change since the PSD2 directive?
Um, so I mean, customer demand is means I think it means a few things really. What I've seen really is that customers expect to be able to integrate much more seamlessly with all of their providers, which I think is a huge benefit um, to our customers. As far as I can see, I see it as an incredibly good and powerful force that really it helps companies like me really partner with companies that are other companies that are out there in support of our mutual customers. It supports the customers themselves. As we said, we talked a little bit about automation, but just being able to create a space where you can have at your fingertips in a number of different apps information from multiple sources. It speeds up the time that it takes companies like mine to integrate with other companies as well. So because we've got this legal framework now, um, it's huge for us. So it's a massive positive um, for companies like mine, but also especially for the customers out there. Um, in terms of you mentioned competitors coming on the marketplace as well, and I think that also that in general is a good thing. It means that people's expectations are higher. They can now expect to get so much more from products that maybe 10 years ago that they couldn't. And I think as an industry as a whole, it's really increased just how much we're able to offer to customers, and really bring a suite of solutions to them, be it whether it's our own solutions or whether we're partnering or in the within the sort of open banking framework. So it's a massive improvement, I would say, from say 10 years ago.
Hmm. Yeah, so the real winner is the end customer here. Would you
Without a
say?
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, look, I mean, absolutely. I think the real winner is the end customer for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
They're just able to access so much seamless services that run from A to B to C to D, without them having to sort of step outside and create a process or do something manually. So absolutely beneficial to them.
Hmm. Very exciting times indeed. And a question that I just have to ask you. I've told myself that I cannot have a conversation with someone from one of the largest card providers in the world without asking this. And that is, what is the future like for the physical card? Are we all going virtual in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question. I mean, I think the volume of options is increasing for customers to really use the right product for the right time for them. So there's much more solutions out there. I definitely wouldn't think that we are coming to an end of a physical card. I think, in actual fact, with or during the COVID pandemic, we saw a massive increase in physical cards usage where people were not really wanting to use cash so much. So there is definitely value to the physical card. Moving forward, I think that will continue. I think people will always need to have physical cards, but that might not be the right solution for every single instance. And there's always generally a suite of different products that will fit into different specific situations. So there's all, of course, value in virtual payments, and it's really just a case of making sure that the right product is being used at the right time.
Hmm. So really, the availability of different options to really fit the needs for any situation is what you think the future of the payment industry will look like.
Yeah, absolutely. There's times when a physical card is absolutely needed. There's also times when a virtual card will bring huge benefits, or a virtual payment type. We need to get away from the phrase card, I think. But yeah, absolutely. And these solutions are becoming more and more prevalent. And I think that again, the more options that there are for customers, the better and the easier their lives become. So it's a huge win, I think, for customers that there is now a range and a variety of payment options that will suit the varying needs of themselves and various different businesses out there.
Hmm. Great. Thank you, Sam. I have one last question before I let you continue with your day. And it's one of these questions that I also ask every single person that come onto this show. And that is very simple. If you could find one more hour per day, what would you do with that?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know how many people answer the same way as me, but I would sleep for an extra hour a day. Never enough hours in a day to sleep. So, yeah, if you could give it to me in the morning rather than the evening, I'm much better at staying in bed than getting to bed. So that's where I'd take it as well.
Yeah, I like that. It's a very, very good answer. All right, thank you so much for joining us, Sam. It's been my absolute pleasure for having you here. And for all of you guys watching, I hope you enjoyed the episode and really got an insight into how to meet those increasing and changing demands from both employees and customers. Thank you so much. Goodbye.